How's it going here? Future voters of Sean Gannon here, future president of the United States of America, and we got a special beer review. We have the Guinness Draught Stout from a can. Okay? Now, some of you are aware that you can't always get Guinness at home, and then I think they do a decent job with this can. So what they have is a nitrogen cartridge inside. As soon as you open it, it creates that nitrogen creaminess looking thing that you see at the Guinness brewery or wherever you really get a Guinness beer. You can hear that? The nitrogen levels going. Let's pour it. It does look, has that creamy looking to it. My daughter's not feeling the best today. All right. Now, hopefully you can see that right there. It's slowly dropping, like it should, or it's rising bubbles, actually, I believe. It looks like it's dropping, but it's the nitrogen bubbles rising, okay? So as it settles, I'm gonna read what they say on the website about the beer, and then we're gonna talk about it. Guinness Draught. Aroma. Sweet smelling with a coffee and malty nose. Perfect balance of bitter and sweet with malt and roast characters. Palate, smooth, creamy, and balanced. ABV is 4.2%. We'll talk about that in a minute. And appearance, distinctively dark with a rich, creamy head. And that's what we have there. Now it's still settling here, so don't want to rush the beer. I'll bring it a little closer so that you can see it. One thing I like this said a 4.2% ABV. This is actually a fairly light beer, which I think is a pretty cool thing. A lot of people think dark beers are just going to be heavier, higher alcohol content. This one's actually not. And that's why you can just keep drinking this and enjoy it. Very smooth. Now, common misconception. It's hard to see on camera. It's not actually black, but a ruby red color. A very, very dark ruby red. And if you ever have one, you hold up to a light, you can really see that it's actually ruby red, not a black color. Okay? Now this head looks perfect. I mean, look at that. See how it's moving? I do think they do a great job with these cans to make it taste and actually look very similar to what you would get when you get it from a draft at a bar or pub, if you will. All right. First smell. You get a little like coffee, toffee flavor. It like smells creamy. That brings back memories. This beer, I will say, I used to always think that it doesn't taste as good as at the pub, and you get it there, and it's pretty darn close. Like, I think there's the nostalgia of having it in Ireland and having it at a pub there, which definitely creates its own extra character about it. But here at home, like, you can get pretty good stuff right from home here. That's good beer. Not too heavy. Smooth, creamy, and balanced. They nailed it. That's exactly what you're getting here. A little lingering aftertaste, but it's fine. It's good. There's this little bitterness going on, but the malt is there. It's weird. It's like this. It's like having a non-heavy milkshake of beer. Beautiful. I got roast characters here. Yeah, you got a little roast characters there. Oh, I got that. When you move it around your tongue, you get that coffee flavor like on the sides there. It's pretty cool. So I love that. It's a good, easy drinking beer. I can see why it's super popular. Why it's popular in pubs. It's a lighter beer. And you keep drinking. It's great for socializing. You can't go wrong by having a Guinness. It's a great beer. Yeah, and look, I'm already taking another sip here. A full sip. When I was there in the tour, they said take a full mouthful of this beer. But look, I'm doing a good job getting through this beer, and the head's still there. They do a great job, like you at the pub. I would argue that it'd be pretty hard to distinguish between a can and a draft at a pub or a bar of this Guinness. Obviously, it's a slight difference. I think the head's a little more creamy when you get it at a from an actual draft versus a can. But hey, they nailed it. Like, this is a great can to just take home and enjoy Guinness at home when you can't always go have it at the bar. Plus, it's cheaper. All right, around St. Patty's Day at Costco, you could usually get it for like $1 a can, maybe a little more. So like, not a bad price. Excuse me. So I like this beer. I think it's a great, especially the review is more from the can perspective, and I think what they did, they nailed it. It was perfect. So with that being said, I'm gonna give it a final score. It's probably one of the only stouts I really like. I'm gonna give it a 4.25 out of 5 for this beer. I think it's a great beer, and it's definitely a go-to staple of mine, especially around St. Patty's Day. You really want to have that beer. So again, 4.25 out of 5 for this Guinness Draught right here from the can, and I will see you next time. This is Sean Gannon here, signing off.